Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be taking you guys to Hobby Lobby with me because I've been getting a lot of questions about where I get my head wraps from, how I tie my head wraps, what style of fabrics I get, like all these questions about like my head wraps. So I wanted to pick up new fabrics anyway, so I'm just gonna take you out with me and we're gonna go on a little field trip. I don't typically wear like any makeup when I'm not filming, so hence the bare face. I always use I have in my pocket here, my Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer as my lip balm. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. I hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully it'll still answer some of your guys' questions because I've been getting a lot of questions about like my head wraps and everything. Don't mind my little beanie out here because it's about to rain today, so I need to be prepared. But I hope you guys enjoy and I shall see you guys at Hobby Lobby. So we are at my local Hobby Lobby. This is pretty much what the fabric section looks like at my store. So all of the satin type of fabrics are in the back of the fabric section. I got to the store at a really good time because there was a 30% off sale going on all the fabrics in the store. Yeah, I'm kind of happy that I ended up going today because I didn't even know that was like going on. But this is the rose gold fabric that I use in my winged Valentine's Day makeup look. I'll post a little picture here so you can kind of see which one I'm talking about, but this is pretty much a section that I like to look at. It has all of the poly satin fabrics like in this section, and there's a whole bunch of different colors to choose from. There's also a little section here that I like to look at. I do get about 1 yard to 2 yards of fabric depending on which roll I'm getting, because some, as you can see here, are shorter than others. So you might need to get a 2nd yard of fabric just to kind of compensate for the width of it. I also like to look at these little sparkly ones. I loved using the copper sparkle fabric that I had in one of my makeup tutorials. Again, I'll put a little picture on the side here so you can see which one I'm talking about. They didn't have the copper one, but they had all these other pretty colors. I was really feeling like these like sparkly type of like almost duochrome type of fabrics. They look like mermaids to me. I don't know, but I don't know if I could pull it off, but I thought they were super cute. So I ended up picking up 5 different fabrics for today. I got 1 yard of the crepe back satin fabric in the shade Ivory. Then I picked up 1 yard of the poly satin fabric in Cranberry. You guys actually saw this fabric in my last makeup tutorial. I picked up 2 yards of this nylon crepe sparkle organza fabric because it was a little bit shorter, so to compensate for the width of it, I made sure to pick up an extra yard. I also got 2 more poly satin fabrics. I got 1 yard in the shade Flax and then 1 yard in the next color, which is Silver. So I went ahead and asked the sales associate there to cut my fabric, so she cut it up for me. She gave me a little ticket, so I'm just gonna go to the register and pay for all of these, and now we're moving on to how I tie all of my headscarves. Ooh, you guys get to see how my locks are doing. So these are what my locks are looking like right now. They're still a little on the frizzier side, but they're doing really, really well. Because they're so frizzy, I like to wear head wraps a lot. That's pretty much the only reason why. For these first 2 styles, I'm gonna show you guys how I do like my low bun and my tighter top knot. I'm not using the fabrics that I got from the fabric store, only because I like to use looser fabrics for these styles, just because it's a little bit easier to create the style with a looser fabric. And also I just figured, since we're talking about head wraps, I might as well show you guys like all the different ways that I tie them, and these 2 styles are included. So I'm gonna start off with a low bun, and I'm gonna put my hair in a low bun, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap my scarf around my head and create a knot at the bottom. Then I'm gonna take one end and twist it around my bun, and then the other end I'm gonna tuck it in to the first end and twist it, and then wrap both of those ends around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck in the little spare pieces underneath like the bun and everything. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm then gonna go ahead and push the edges a little bit further past my hairline just to kind of, you know, jazz it up a little bit so you can see like my baby hairs and everything like that. But this is pretty much the first style. This is really cute. I don't know, I like it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much like the first style that I like to use. For this next style, you want to make sure that your hair is really flat. So I went ahead and braided my hair into like a flat braid. I think that's what it's called. It's like an inside out cornrow. I'm then going to go ahead and put on a wig cap. You don't have to do this step, but I feel like for me, using a wig cap before I put on my headscarf just kind of makes sure that it stays secure. Kind of similar to how you would put on a wig cap underneath a wig to make sure your wig is secure. I feel like it's kind of like the same concept for my head wraps. This style is pretty much the same as the last style, except the knot is going to be at the top of your head versus behind like the nape of your neck. I'm gonna go ahead and tie a knot at the top here and do the exact same thing. So take one end, wrap it around, then tuck it into the second end and then twist and then wrap that as well. For the last style, I'm going to go ahead and take one of my fabrics, but just like the last style, I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot at the top of my head. And you see that little opening behind the knot right there? I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up a little bit and just stick the ends inside of that little hole there. I like to have a little bit of height with this type of style, so having that extra fabric kind of like inside of that hole, just gonna kind of bump it up and give it a little bit of extra height. So once I'm done tucking in those ends, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling at the knot. That's gonna kind of give you like that rosy type of look, like almost like a croissant looking, I don't know how to explain it, but just to kind of fluff it up and give it some more like shape and volume. I also like to pull at the sides as well, just to kind of create like more of like a crown shape at the top of the head wrap. But that's pretty much it for this look. Usually it takes me a couple of tries to kind of get it exactly the way I want it to look, so don't be afraid to redo it over a couple of times to make sure it's to your liking and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you still have questions about any of like my head wraps or anything like that, or fabrics and stuff, feel free to leave them down below in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful to you, and I will see you guys in my next video.